Hey fishos, it's very good fishing at the moment in a lot of places. Not so crash over than others, obviously. Talking to my old mate Maso down Compleat in Lavington, and he is telling me that there is a few fish getting caught at Darty. You can get a lot of reports this week, to be honest with you, but they're still flat lining or they're trolling deep. It doesn't really matter. They're still getting enough fish down there or enough trout down there to keep everybody happy. Won't be long before the yabbies come on down there, so we'll keep you informed about that one. Hume, good, real happy with it. A lot of yellows, a lot of redfin, and still a few cod on the troll. So, you know, the Hume is certainly a hot spot. It's only an hour and 15 minutes from Wagga, and you go and drop your boat in. Boundless boat ramps usually pretty good, and you'll have no trouble. If you're looking for somewhere to stay over Christmas and that sort of thing, if you can get a spot, that is. Great Aussie resort, can't beat it. Pretty special. Fishing's pretty good around that area at the Hume too, I can tell you. All the Vic streams are fishing really good at the moment. They're all in good condition, but they're forecast a little bit of rain over the next couple of days. Whether it's heavy rain or not, if it's too heavy, it'll dirty them up again, make it hard. But if it does, it's only light rain, it won't be an issue. It'll be fantastic. Moala, look, bait fishing is definitely out fishing lures down there without a doubt. They're getting plenty of cod on bait. The odd big one on bait as well. Not getting a lot on lures, but look, who cares? Worth a try. Get out and have a bit of fun. And bait fishing is generally harder, believe it or not, than what lure fishing is. Because every time you get a big fish on a bait, it's usually under the snags anyway. So you're going to get wiped out most of the time. Murrumbidgee River. We're standing right near it. Looks fantastic. It's high, yes, it is high. It's not as dirty as I thought. It isn't too bad, to be honest with you. Bait fishermen will have a ball. There's a few places you'll get in, you know, Jones's, the dairy, places like that. You should get in without too much trouble at all. And it's got to be worth the effort, I can tell you. Drift a bit of chicken hits down, yabby, scrubworm, you will catch fish. There's no issues about that. It's not heaps of access, but you'll get a couple of good spots. I mean, Creek, certainly worth a bit of a look in. Bait fishing off the bank, not a problem. Flick a few surface lures around. You could be pleasantly surprised, I can tell you now. Haven't had a look at the Chuma River height, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be high, and it'll be tough fishing, but it's certainly been producing a lot of fish. Blowering Dam, how frustrating is that place? We all know that anyway, but there's a lot of yellows cruising the shallows. You can see them everywhere at the moment, and some big cod as well, some really big cod cruising the shallows, the odd big trout even, but they're not catching big numbers. Redfin seem to be there in good numbers, and some good sized reddies, certainly worth the effort. Talbingo, Junimar, Tentangra, Yukonbean, Jindabyne, all fishing well, plenty of trout, no issues. Get up there, have a bit of fun. Getting a lot of trout. Yukonbean is as good as it's been for years. It's rising, so's Tentangra, so's Jindabyne actually, and there's plenty of trout to be caught. So if you're looking for somewhere to go for the weekend to catch a trout, that's the place to be. Talking to the boys at Wagga, and it's started to fire up nicely. Plenty of yellows, mainly on bait, the yellow belly. They're trolling cod, but they're getting them on spinnerbait, which this was the same last year. Big spinnerbaits, they're trolling them, and they're getting some quality fish too, so it's certainly worth the effort. Burrinjuck, look, lots and lots of redfin. You'll get some good sized fish if you put in a bit of time, and you'll get a great feed of reddies. The yellows are there. I wouldn't say in huge numbers. Look, we haven't had quite enough warm weather. I mean, even at the moment, it's not all that hot. Today's only supposed to be about 19 degrees. For goodness sake, we're in the middle of December, and everything's green. This is unusual for here, but still, Burrinjuck, good place to be. You'll get yellows, you'll get tons of redfin, and there's a few cod getting caught. A lot of small stuff trolling. The odd big one. Old Hodgie picked one up on a chatterbait the other day. That was a metre 20, I think. You know, I've sort of given up worrying about how big they are. They're just big. Who cares? But they are good fish, good fun. But yeah, trolling around is going to produce some really good fish at the moment. So looks like we've got some hot stuff now. Don't forget Lake Albert. Oh, how good is that little spot? Seriously, you talk to all the kids, walk around, talk to the kids there. There's hardly any of them haven't caught a fish. They're always catching fish, and not too many over a metre, but a lot of 70s, 80s, and 90s. They're brilliant cod, and plenty of yellow belly and good sized yellows. So yeah, go down the lake, chuck in a yabby, chuck in a worm, shrimp. You're gonna have the time of your life. So it's looking really good. Compleat English fishing report for this week. We'll catch you next week.